Sexual energy is one of the strongest emotional forces we have. It's connected to passion, desire, creativity, connection, and drive. But learn how to redirect your energy. When you feel a strong emotional or physical charge, immediately pour that into a high-value activity. Record content, write sales copy, make a bold outreach, lead a team meeting, brainstorm new offers, and find those times a day, for example, that you can truly master your energy. If you're better in the morning at doing things, if you're worn out at the end of the day, maybe that exercise will help you with that. Maybe a cold plunge, maybe journaling will help to inspire you to get your motivation back for what you need to do. But become a master at your energy. When you can learn to master that energy, you will become more consistent, persistent, and your desire will grow. All right, welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. George Wright III with your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and education. So what if I told you that the most powerful creative energy you have in you is the one that you're probably wasting, the one that you're probably suppressing? Would that surprise you? Think about it. What if the energy that drives desire, connection, emotion, all of those strongest emotions could be redirected and redistributed into focus, productivity, creativity, and success? Well, Napoleon Hill called this principle sex transmutation. And while it might sound pretty edgy or kind of taboo, it's not one of those kind of episodes. It's one of the most profound and misunderstood chapters actually in Think and Grow Rich. And we're on this series of 13 timeless principles. And when driven by this desire that he talks about, men develop keenness of imagination and courage and willpower and persistence and creative ability unknown to them at other times. And so if you've been stuck in cycles of distraction and burnout or inconsistency, this principle could be that breakthrough for you that you didn't know you needed and that you didn't know that you could access. And so let's get this out of the way right now. I'm just gonna go right on record right now and say this is not about repression or denial of your sexual energy. It's about redirection. So don't get caught up in the topic here, okay? Napoleon Hill defines sex transmutation as this: the conversion of sexual energy into other forms of energy, especially those that support creativity, motivation, achievement, and wealth. This is the fuel behind charisma, magnetism, and drive. Hill even says that successful people in history had a highly developed sex drive because they learned to channel that energy. And so we know not only physically, spiritually, but like scientifically, we know that everything is made up of energy. So I want you to think about that principle for a minute. People like Elon Musk, Nikola Tesla, Steve Jobs, they were all known for their ability to direct extreme personal energy into innovation and business. It's not just a spiritual thing, it's a neurological, scientific thing. This energy, when mastered, it becomes your superpower. And I'm still working on it, but I'm telling you right now, this may be exactly what you need. So let's talk about what this looks like in your life right now. Sexual energy is one of the strongest emotional forces we have. It's connected to passion, desire, creativity, connection, and drive. But most people either waste it in distraction and compulsive behavior, or they suppress it completely, and it leaves them feeling numb and dissociated. And neither of these extreme leads to greatness, right? But when you transmute that energy, when you learn to direct it, you unlock massive creative momentum, focus, and influence. It's one of the reasons I feel so inspired when I'm around my partner, Michelle. And so you think about it this way. Athletes call this being in the zone. Artists call it the flow state. Entrepreneurs call it momentum. And here's what matters most. This is the part that I've been learning about and I really like, and that is that this energy is renewable. The more you master it, the more you can generate it at will. Think about that. The renewal and regeneration of this energy, it's about creating a direct link. I would call it it's like creating a direct link between your desire to achieve and your ability to act without burnout, distraction, or chaos. That's what this energy does for you. So you've got to do a couple of things here. And this will be one of our shorter episodes. I know it's probably a topic you guys want me to keep going on, but here's the point I really want to make with you. This energy that you can transmute and redirect into creating focus and creativity and success, it's only going to happen if you think about it, you move through it, and you learn to master at a real high level. You just learn to master energy in your life. Brendon Burchard talks about the idea of managing your energetic state. So the first thing you need to do is you got to recognize the patterns. Notice when your energy is elevated, what triggers that, and then what distracts you, pulls from your energy. And instead of suppressing or indulging, for example, ask yourself this: how can I use this? If you're struggling with something, how can I use this energy? And then make it a game. Learn how to redirect your energy. When you feel a strong emotional or physical charge, immediately pour that into a high value activity. Record content, write sales copy, make a bold outreach, lead a team meeting, brainstorm new offers. Find a way to redirect that energy and then create rituals for this redirection. Rituals help you to harness emotional energy. So that's why rituals like cold plunges or cold showers can help you to increase your discipline and redirect nervous energy, or intense workouts might help you to get some energy out, or journaling or visualization can help you to inspire your energy, or deep breathing exercises. It's all about not only recognizing the patterns and redirecting the energy, but finding daily rituals to create and master and create the habits around energy in your life. Now, I want to add this one other principle here, not one that's talked about in the book, but it's one for modern age, right? I would really highly recommend you reduce digital stimulation, your digital screen time. The more you dull your senses, dopamine hits like scrolling and junk content and vices and addictions and things, the harder it becomes to channel your full power. So be aware of this. Be aware of your screen time. Be aware of what it is you're losing your energy to. And here's the bottom line. Sex desire is the most powerful of human emotions. So when it's harnessed and redirected, Hill says it's been known to lift men to the status of genius. But this isn't about denying who you are. It's about stepping fully into who you were meant to be. And we're getting at that point in the book. A lot of people don't continue and they don't get all these principles. And it's about using every bit of energy you've ever been given on a day-to-day. Your drive, it's about your creativity, your ambition. All of it can be elevated when you master the art of transmutation. And you don't have to believe in it for it to be a universal principle. This week, I don't want you to waste your energy. Find ways to culminate and wield it, because success doesn't just require focus. It really does require the fire. It requires the energy. And find those times a day, for example, that you can truly master your energy. If you're better in the morning at doing things, if you're worn out at the end of the day, maybe that exercise will help you with that. Maybe a cold plunge, maybe journaling will help to inspire you and get your motivation back for what you need to do. But become a master at your energy. And maybe this is a topic we'll pick up again on another episode. But when you can learn to master that energy, you will become more consistent, persistent, and your desire will grow. And so I hope that's an episode that'll at least get you thinking about some new things. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about the subconscious mind. Don't forget to join me, and do me a favor. Please share this episode with at least one person so that they can learn these principles and they can be part of our mastermind and part of what we're trying to do. And that's my wish. It would mean the world to me. And I hope that you have an amazing day, and also really want to hear from you. So hit me up on the Daily Mastermind on Facebook, Instagram. Go to dailymastermind.com. Reach out to me. Let me know what you're working with. What are you winning at? What are you struggling with? And I'd be happy to respond. I respond to all my messages. So have an amazing day, and I will look forward to talking with you tomorrow.